Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're looking for the ultimate Normandy hub, well, you found it. The city of Caen is often skipped for the beaches, but that is a massive mistake. There is so much more to unpack and enjoy other than the usual tourist traps. Caen became a powerhouse in the 11th century because William the Conqueror wanted a capital that wasn't Rouen. He quickly decided to make Caen his capital. And he didn't do things by halves. He built a city that was effectively a giant fortress. First of all, in the very centre of Caen, you have the Château de Caen, one of the largest medieval enclosures in Europe. It's not a case of just paying for a ticket, entering inside a ruined building and leaving with not much context. You're actually able to walk along the massive ramparts that really do mimic a stone crown sitting over the centre. You're able to walk inside and walk the walls to see the viewpoints over the beautiful church spires. But we honestly recommend visiting its interior. The area is massive and so big that it houses two museums. One being the Musée de Vieux-la-Romaine, which is housed in a modern building, wonderfully decorated and nicely arranged, taking you on a tour through different eras of art with a particular emphasis on French masters. The art is rich and varied, ranging from classical masterpieces to innovative contemporary creations. The collection includes works by great artists such as Monet, Delacroix and Rubens, offering a beautiful stylistic and thematic diversity. The temporary exhibitions are also very interesting, highlighting contemporary artists and various artistic movements, making each visit and room truly unique. The second museum, which is also housed within the walls of the castle, is the Musée de Normandie. This small museum showcases the history and cultural development of Normandy from ancient times to the present. It is well worth a visit with detailed exhibits and annotations covering everything from the Paleolithic to Neolithic periods, to the arrival of the Gauls, the Norman conquest in the Middle Ages, and the rise and fall of the industry and agriculture in modern times. The fee is reasonable and a good escape from the crowds in the middle of the day. Just a stone's throw from the Musée de Normandie is a small church of St. George, built originally in the 11th century to serve people living inside the castle walls. It's since undergone several transformations over the centuries, from a parish church to a military warehouse, and finally its now current role as a specialised exhibition space for the museum. It's a quiet space worth a pop in for a moment of your time. The Donjon, or Caen Castle Keep, is one of the most historically significant parts of the fortress, representing the absolute power of the Norman dukes. While it no longer stands at its full height, its massive footprint and archaeological remains tell a story of a structure that was once nearly impossible to breach. The keep was the last resort tower of Caen Castle. It was built by William the Conqueror's son, King Henry I of England, in the early 12th century. It served not just as a defensive tower, but as a royal palace and a treasury. Unfortunately, on our visit, the keep was closed, but if you make sure you look on Caen's website, you can book a guided visit and walk directly into the excavated base of the keep. And even from its aerial perspective, this dungeon was not to be messed with. William the Conqueror had a bit of a scandalous marriage to his cousin Matilda, and to get back into the Pope's good graces, they each built a massive abbey. The Abbaye-aux-Hommes, known as the Men's Abbey, is a magnificent building where William is buried. And the Abbaye-aux-Dames, also known as the Women's Abbey, is Matilda's resting place. Both complete masterpieces of Romanesque architecture. They are soaring, simple, and incredibly powerful. You really can't come to Caen and not speak about the summer of 1944. The city was a key objective in D-Day, but it would take 6 weeks of brutal fighting to liberate it, leaving most of the centre in complete ruins. There are some locations around that are completely pivotal to remembrance, one being the Mémorial de Caen. This is a museum built for peace. It takes you through the lead up to World War II, the Holocaust and the Cold War. It covers the century of history, from the origins of World War I to the fall of the Berlin Wall. It's actually built on top of an old German command bunker in which you can actually experience and go inside. The site itself is massive, emotional, and widely considered to be one of the best history museums in the world. The Rue du Vaugueux district is a not-so-known monument of survival. While 75% of Caen was completely destroyed, this tiny, picturesque neighbourhood of timber-framed houses miraculously survived the bombings. Today, it's a cobblestone maze of some of the city's best restaurants and bars. It's where the locals go to forget the history and enjoy the present. This is one of the better places in the city to grab a local glass of cider and people watch. Whilst walking around the city centre of Caen, we found the Church of St Peter would be one of the best centrepieces that really does stand out in the city. You can often see the church from a variety of directions, and it can be used to help you navigate back to a central place. The church is best known for its 75-metre tower of 1308, whose soaring spire was destroyed in 1944 and then subsequently restored. The interior features an elegant Gothic nave and an elaborate Renaissance apse, with its rich decoration and quite unusual vaulting. Directly over the altar is a life-size sculpture of St Peter, the church's patron. The Catholic Church has great levels of details and masonry to behold, and it's worth looking around even just the outside of the building to spot some of the building's finer details. From the city centre, there are a number of really interesting visits and excursions that you can do. One is a visit to the Pegasus Bridge Museum. This is a wonderful memorial to the brave glider and paratroopers who jumped behind enemy lines to capture and hold the Pegasus Bridge. Without command of this crossing, moving inland would have been far more difficult. The actual bridge is on display, as well as gliders and several weapons and vehicles. There is just so much information about the courage and tenacity of the British Army in attacking this bridge, and to see the actual uniforms and medals of the troops involved. The fact that arms and equipment are still being found around the area is witness to the scale of the fighting. This place is honestly not to be missed. You should see the reality, not the film. Another great visit is to the D-Day Wings Museum, situated in an airfield just outside of Caen, but you should try and not be put off by its lackluster exterior. It's really worth venturing inside. This museum is completely off the beaten path to the general D-Day spots to see, but that's because it is actually inside one of the aircraft hangars used at the time during the war. The museum itself is very authentic, with actual items that were recovered from the D-Day landings. It's an experience to be able to look into a landing vessel and imagine the terror of the soldiers having to jump from it into the water whilst still being machine gunned. It's a pretty terrifying thought. And for an additional fee, you can climb into the cockpit of one of the Spitfires or inside the turret of a Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. The aerial battles are brought to life through numerous eyewitness accounts and artefacts. It's a really thought-provoking and interesting museum with friendly volunteers. Rounding off some of the must-visits for museums of D-Day, it might be of interest to visit the Le Grand bunker, situated directly behind Sword Beach, which was one of the key British D-Day landing beaches in Normandy. It's actually a stunning spot to walk along, and you'll more than likely come across memorabilia and dedicated memorials to those who fought. It's a lovely way to remember on such a picturesque landscape. The Atlantic Wall Museum, or the bunker as it's well known, was built in 1943 on a special design. It's housed inside a former German Army headquarters that commanded the batteries on the Orne estuary. Your visit starts in the basement and you'll climb the staircase to 6 different floors, all restored to their original functions, which include an engine room, the barracks, a pharmacy and infirmary, ammunition depot and an observation post. There is just so much to see and appreciate and marvel at, with their authentic photos, artefacts and documents. It's a place where it truly brings history to life. You should try and not miss the US landing craft, which is sat out front of the building, and it was used in the hit film Saving Private Ryan. Overall, it's a must visit for history buffs or anyone curious about this era. It's well organised, engaging, and an experience that you won't forget. For those with an interest in Roman history, a visit to the Vieux-la-Romaine should be high up on your list. Here you can discover the day-to-day lives of the Gallo-Romans through 3 centuries of unearthed relics at this archaeological complex. The museum has a Roman-style garden, 2 restored houses and a forum, which is currently being excavated. There is a plethora of information covered around the site and very friendly staff to help you with your visit. We were pretty impressed with the massive coin hoard that was stuffed into the pottery jugs and all of the weapons and relics that they managed to save. It's actually pretty remarkable. And there is also more to the museum if you wander outside and enjoy a leisurely walk. There is the U-shaped house, and try not to miss the large aristocratic house, which both in themselves are worth visiting. Visiting all of these amazing and cultural and immersive sites wouldn't have been possible without our Caen City Pass. It's here that we really saw the benefit of opting for this pass over just paying outright for all of the many attractions individually. When you consider how much you would normally sightsee, around €36 is going to be money well spent. Below, we will leave you a short guide on all of the locations that you can visit with the pass and their individual prices, just to show you how much you can save. These can be purchased online just by typing in Caen City Pass into your search bar, and a quick email sent to your phone and you're in and ready to start your explores. What I also love about their website is how friendly it is. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page and click the link to our brochures, it's here that you'll find a very handy, savable and printable map, a guide to Caen and a magazine with all of the year's highlights. They also include a gourmet guide, and all of these guides are featured in English, Spanish, Dutch and Italian. Even if you aren't getting the pass, it's so handy to have the map whilst you're visiting, in case you miss something along the way. You come to Caen for the Conqueror, you stay for the moving World War II history, but you fall in love with the vibrant, resilient spirit of the city that refused to die. Caen is the authentic Normandy. It doesn't try to be pretty for its tourists. It's a city of scars, triumphs and incredible food. So that's it for this week and for this video. We'd love to take a moment to mention Caen Tourism for being very kind and gifting us our Caen passes for this trip. As we mentioned earlier, have a look down in the description box on how you can get your own pass for a stress-free and money-saving explore. We hope that you can take some inspiration from this video if you're planning a trip to France or Caen. If you enjoyed it, we'd be grateful for a thumbs up, a comment and even consider subscribing to the channel. So we'll see you on the next one. Till next time.